Alrighty, so I've been vibing on Netflix for a little while now, right? And I've encountered this wacky little show called Arcane, which, believe it or not, is based off of a filming video game known as League of Legends. So what I figured was, damn, this show is a huge product placement. I wonder what idiot would download the game after watching this. So anyways, I play League of Legends. So I created an account, and then BAM! Here's the little loading screen. Newsflash, I had no idea what to do here in the slightest. I checked out these starter pack thingies, found these side quests based after the show Arcane. Then, after changing my avatar to a visual representation of you and you subscribe, I hopped into what I thought was a game of League of Legends. I chose the teamfight tactics mode because a free-for-all seemed a little bit nicer than a team-based game. Teamfight mode, at the very least, I'd be able to clean up like I do throughout literally all of my Skywars games. Or at least, that's what I hoped would be the case. I joined as a river sprite fella, which literally everyone around me was also on, aside from a handful of chaps. And around this pyramid, we stormed to the center to choose a champion. Even though I was properly confused and literally just tried to fight the water spirit people, but I was enthusiastic to learn how to play this game. Until the game played for me. You see this guy fighting? I didn't tell him to do that, he just did! But I learned that I could purchase and play different characters using, can you guess it, currency! Don't know the actual name for them though. Oh, and look at these cards! Wow! Oh, no, I know this one from the show! Bet she's really good then, right? And here I realized that there was a limit to how many characters I could play, as signified by this icon up here. An icon of which I took way too long to realize even existed! Oh my gosh, it's the hex core! That's the thing from the show! Ah! And now, it was time to fight against an actual player, of which I lost with groundbreaking efficiency. I had no idea what on earth was happening up until this point. Or beyond this point, to be fair. So I just aimlessly swapped out random characters and prayed for the best. Which worked in this case, as I somehow won. Oh, look at these block things. I gave them both to this girl, who's also in the show! Ah! No clue what they did though. Like, mana? What's mana used for? Wait, why has he got 5? Well, you see, this is what I call a not great moment. How does he understand how to play the game? Can I just ask? How does he understand this? I'm still just as confused as I used to be. Like, what's the strategy? How do you win? I hopped over to pick a champion for a second time, and then used this chance to discover how to check a character's statistics. You see this? This is attack damage! So I need to keep whoever has the highest attack. It took me a little while, but I had finally stumbled upon a form of strategy to the game. Still confused as to how this guy was allowed 5 players, whereas I only had 4, however. But at this point I realized I could spy on my competitors. I tried to learn off of them, but I still had no clue what was going on, because I'm pretty sure they didn't. So what I did was just scroll through all these lad statistics, and swapped out each one for one that was stronger than the rest. And then tried to play more champions halfway through the game, of which I had no blimmin' idea I could not do. But look at this. Oh, would you look at this? I can sell people. In most circumstances, that would be illegal. But in a situation like this, I need the money to purchase more powerful people. So by this point, I was already losing the plot, and just continued selling people while I got my tail handed to me by multiple competitors. You see this blue flame? Yeah, that's my losing streak. Keep an eye on it. It only gets bigger. Also, look at this guy. He has an attack of 100. He is such a tank that he's classed as 2 different people somehow. Because if you're absolutely ripped, you're apparently 2 different specimens. Oh, look. The cubes are back. So I spoon-fed them to people. Not sure if they were, my people, though. Look, more cards! Do you have any idea what these do? No? That's great, because I don't. Where's the tutorial in this game? Where do I learn how to murder? Where do I learn how to achieve victory? Because I've got 4 chaps staring me right in the face, begging for violence, and I have no clue what on earth to do with them. So while searching for the tutorial, I stumbled upon an avatar designer. So I took a quick detour and focused on designing a monstrous fit. Even though doing this serves genuinely no purpose in the slightest, I couldn't find a tutorial segment in the menu, so I looked online and found a very handy YouTube video. One of which, mind you, was about 20 minutes long! Dude, I could describe Minecraft in about 30 characters to you, but League of Legends needs an entire 20-minute Introduction? What do all these words mean? Itemize you? What? I needed a different approach. I banked on the hope that League of Legends did have some excuse of a tutorial somewhere, and Googled where on earth to find it. And would you look at that? I found it! Wait, no, that's a player called tutorial. Wait, no, that's genuinely a tutorial, by golly. Now, how hard was that? Yeah, that wasn't too hard, was it? This interface looks far more similar to those huge tournaments I see taking place. So I started off as this girl who has a gun! And naturally, my first instinct was to fire off every last bullet I could. All I had to do was shoot and win. It seems fair enough, don't you think? Okay, there's a man. Okay, blimey. I somehow killed him, though, and was now given the opportunity to try out different people. Like this girl. She graduated from Hogwarts and has a wacky wand. And like this chap, who is literally the ruler of fire and comes from hell itself. Probably, I'm just predicting the lore here. So I killed a few more chaps, and then realised the point of the blimming game is to take out this turret thing. Oh my gosh, it's the girl from the show! Yeah! So yeah, towers sort of hurt too. Though I killed both of the characters pretty easily. And then got out of having to wait to regenerate by simply selecting a different character. I know, it's big brain. What do you mean structures are immune to spell? It's the only way I've been able to do anything in this game. All this game has given me is rage. So what I gathered was break the tower and win. Oh no, I'm close to death. Time to hop back to the bullet lady. And by firing bullets at point blank range, we took out a tower. And now I had to take out a frick ton more. But it's fine because I had a group of mates just pop out of nowhere. So now I didn't even have to do anything myself. I could just let the rest of my team eliminate all the enemies and do all the hard work for me. Look at this huge crystal. What happens if I plunge my bullets into it? Oh wow! It does nothing! But it's fine. My team easily defeated most of the threats, along with eliminating my blimming sanity in the process. Like, listen to all these noises. So much is going on at once. My ears and eyes and nose are dying on the spot. Blimmin' heck, I was proper close to death there, until I fired the last bullet needed to achieve victory. So I was now given the chance to unlock my first champion. I selected this swordsman, but in the next game, I was still for some reason bullets lady, even though you clearly saw me select swordman. So it was time for me to learn new abilities, which basically means kill and murder and stab as much as I can until this little arrow pops up, and then press it to kill your enemies with efficiency. Oh, and I was getting beaten up, quite badly in fact. The game was on its knees, begging me to recall to regain health, but I'm not a wuss. Wait, no, what are you doing? So when I recall, I get literally all of my health back, but honestly, I would have just preferred to stay on no health because simply running back is arguably worse than a near-death experience. But like the last game, I destroyed the towers, smashed the small crystal, and then smashed the large crystal! And listen to those clicking noises. I was clicking so much, I might as well have developed arthritis in my fingers. But we won. Though, was it really a win? Because it was at a loss of my literal fingertips. And now the final part of the tutorial was to put together everything I've learned. I finally got to play as a swordsman chap and experience death for the first time! But you know how to play now. The entire game took about 30 minutes. 30 minutes of constantly smashing towers! Like, seriously! Yeah, I won in the end, but was it worth it? No, not in the slightest! Conclusion. League of Legends is not like the anime.